Hello everyone and welcome. So this is the first time I'm ever streaming in latex for another latex model. So let's see how well this goes today. Would be very interesting to see. Definitely glad I have the AC going, because it is quite hot here today. And it's not always a good idea to wear latex in the heat, but I really don't mind. Alright, let's kick off where we left. I know you weren't personally involved, but Tatan is using your colony among others as part of his terrorist network. I have seen Telshar documents saying that Varanat was a prime site for weapons development. If so, it's probably why it was attacked. You're still grieving over the loss of your home, the deaths of your friends. I know what that's like. Now I need to go back there, find the proof, so you'll know the true nature of the man you're working for. I doubt that very much. Alright, just let her know I'm live. Hopefully she will come and hang out with us. Since we have pretty far to go, I'll just transwarp there.
It looks like we're not the only ones visiting. All this debris has attracted Nausicaan scavengers. Recommend that we clear the area of these pirates while searching for any traces of weapon signatures in the wreckage. I don't want any pirates disturbing the remains of the ships where our friends died.
Agreed. I've marked the most complete wrecks with nav beacons. They're mostly transports and freighters, which will be our best bet to find weapon caches being stored or moved in the system. If this story Charva is telling isn't a complete lie, Talshiar fabrication, that is. Let's prove her wrong. Hopefully there are no ghosts around. Engage the cloaking device. And I'm not swimming. This is the USS Pios. It was a decommissioned military ship, but even so, there are no traces of weapons we're looking for in its cargo holds. There must be weapons somewhere. Oh, lovely weather alert. This is the USS Dinar. Sorry, the SS Dinar. I knew this ship. The captain traded with most of the colonies in this sector. The captain was a good man. He will never use that ship for smuggling. Too many good people have died. This is the SS Kiev. It was carrying refugees away from the planet, but it was destroyed, making an escape during the attack. There are no signs of weapons. Let's move on. Okay, what am I stuck on? Stuck on the ship itself. This is the SS Droman. It was carrying supplies, none of which were weapons. Acknowledged, keep looking. A Talon battleship. Engaging the cloaking device. This is the SS Furvus. It was a good ship. Those Nausicaan scum have picked it clean. I can't tell much of what was in the cargo holds, but I'm not detecting any residual signatures of weapon payloads. We'll keep looking.
We didn't find anything unusual on these ships, and I knew we wouldn't. I want to believe her, but she's not the person I knew. She's Tal Shiar. Still, I am picking up some strange energy readings from the surface of the planet. Perhaps we should continue our search there.
Let's do it. Jarvis says Tal Shiar has documents implicating your colony and several terrorist plots throughout this sector. We need to search this site for any and all evidence that might support her claim. While I don't like the idea of people on the internet were helping terrorists, and I don't even know if we should believe her, we need to get to the bottom of this. Agreed. Another group of people up ahead, Captain. They are Klingons.
You're one of them, aren't you? We've been looking all over this place for evidence of your terrorist plots, and here you are, showing up to dispose of the evidence we're here to find. I'm placing you under arrest. Resist, and I'll have to use force. I hope you resist.
I will not be taken into custody.
This was such a peaceful place once. And so beautiful.
This is the only remaining intact windmill in this colony. Looks like most of the power output from the entire windmill network was being routed to the spacecraft landing area. There is an extensive ship repair facility, or Maori, may have been encouraging trade and developing relationships with neighboring systems, by offering them a place to repair their ships. That probably made us a bigger threat for the Tal Shiar. These are assignment logs here tracking the work schedule of every adult in the colony. Nothing looks too out of the ordinary. The biggest manpower allocation aside from agriculture was for ship repairs. Most people with engineering expertise were spending a decent portion of their time fixing vessels that came here for that reason. I wonder what would happen if more of those ships had been here to help during the attack.
Enemy targets on
DeVex's old helmet. Reminds me of better times.
There's a collection of the Maori documents in his home. Flipping through these, you can see he was collecting information about the defenses of other Romulan colonies. He was in contact with Datan. There were several messages here from him. The Maori knew Datan, and he was gathering information for other colonies.
They'll pay for what they have done to our colony.
Hello, Alan from Scotland. Welcome. This metallurgical analyzer has been used by DeVex to create alloys used in construction of large water storage tanks. The internet needed the water storage because the colony's leaders were worried about a drought crippling the farms and causing food shortage. Yes, it is the Tommy gun. I love it. That was a smart idea. Too bad they didn't take any precautions against the Tal Shiar attack. This laser spectrometer was being used by DeVex to check components of aquifers in the area. This was a grade for growing crops, but its water table has been depleted over time, and there's been several dry seasons over the past decade. With the amount of water being used by the city, it looks like he wanted to make sure the colony wasn't depleting supply faster than it could replenish from local sources. How did I get the gun? If I remember correctly, it was an event. I had to do 14 missions in 14 days to get the gun. Unfortunately, that is over with. And thank you for the follow, Alan. Looks like we're well equipped to survive for the long haul, with the exception of the attack from our own people. This bioscanner is being used by Defects to scan for impurities and biological contaminants in the water supply. According to the records he left behind, he was close to filtering out 98.997% of contaminants in the water supply. If Talshiar attacked us through our water supply, this would have come in handy. Too bad they're not microbes. Yes, indeed. Get out of my vineyard. The water wheel was used to pump water to the colony for drinking. And for the farm irrigation, this one's heavily modified to exceed its default output capacity in order to keep up with Marinette's heavy demands for clean water. An overly engineered water pump doesn't pose any threat. Let's keep looking. Something strange is going on here. All these search teams were looking for the same things we are. I can tell from the reports we've collected that they're going to rendezvous at a location up ahead. If we're going there, we could find another search teams and see if they have any evidence of terrorist actions here. Let's check it out. And I will say, Alan, as far as I know, you are the furthest from me who has followed, or even commented. Ooh, there's the old picture I just missed.
I remember that painting. We should take it with us, as a reminder of home.
So, you're the terrorist. I allied with the Klingon Empire because they promised me the opportunity to find people like you. People willing to hurt innocent civilians and remove you from the Romulan race. You're no better than the Tal Shiar. It's people like me who will restore honor to our people.
I'm not a terrorist. Someone is feeding you false information.
Of course you are. My teams didn't find the weapons that were here, but this colony has been empty for weeks. You had ample time to hide them, or move them to another location off-world. But there's no evidence that they weren't here. And in the absence of evidence, I go with my instincts. They tell me that people like you hid weapons here, and those weapons got people killed. Innocents, civilians, people who should have been living in peace. This ends now. You won't get a chance to hurt anyone else.
The only person who will be hurt here is you.
Enemy target and shield losing power. Flanking damage detected. Enemy combat eliminated.
Enough! I yield! Do with me what you will.
Good. I would prefer not to kill an ally.
What? Surprising words coming from a terrorist.
I'm no more a terrorist than you are. I think we're both being manipulated.
That makes a surprising amount of sense. A contact that I thought I could trust told me there was evidence of terrorism and weapons manufacturing here. I'm guessing you were doing the same thing. Neither of us found anything, except one another. We were sent here to die.
That was my conclusion as well. We should be allies, not enemies.
I agree. Whoever set up this little charade is probably lying in wait to eliminate the survivor of our battle. Won't they be surprised when we join forces? I'll return to my ship immediately. Join me in orbit, and we can finish this.
Alan, I play Stowe on PC, Xbox, and PS4. If you would like, trying to remember my codes here. That'll give you my PlayStation name, so go ahead and give me a follow, and when I jump on later, I'll follow you. And right behind you, Commander. Captain, I've contacted Charva. She says she's en route to our coordinates. Maybe she'll have an explanation for why we didn't find anything on Varanat to support the Tal Shiar's claims. Thank you. You're on YouTube? Did I set that one up myself? And there's my YouTube channel.
Enemy ship on sensors.
How disappointing to see you alive. I am Commander Talum of the IRW Ishay, and you seem to have a talent for sniffing out Tal Shiar. I thought sending another Romulan Republic terrorist to take you out would take care of two problems at once. I was mistaken. Perhaps this is for the best. Now I can take both your bodies back to Colonel Hakiv. I'm sure he will reward me for finally eliminating you.
That's not a problem, Alan. When I jump on later, I'll give you a follow.
I don't enjoy being played for a fool. I'm here to back you up. Let's show this Tal Shah scum what real Romulans are made of.
We appreciate the assistance.
impressed by your martial prowess. You would have made an excellent warrior. I wish you had chosen to work with the Klingon Defense Force instead of Starfleet. Regardless, I am glad we can both serve the greater good of the Romulan Republic.
Thank you, Commander. And here is Charva.
I picked up a transmission from an attack group in this direction. It sounded like you must have uncovered something significant enough to warrant an armed response. What did you find?
No weapons, no proof, nothing but old memories and lies.
That can't be!
I assure you that it is. In fact, we were ambushed.
Are you suggesting I had something to do with it? Why would I? I have nothing to gain. I want you to join us. All of our intelligence reports said there would be weapons, or at least residual traces of weapon stores here. I swear it. Someone must have gotten to it before you and moved it. Covered it up somehow. Did you tell anyone you were coming here?
No, nobody.
I know my information didn't turn out like we expected this time, but is Tovan still looking for his sister? I might be able to locate Rinna. If the Tal Shiar has any information on her whereabouts, I'll pass it on to you. That should show you I can be trusted. I just need to make my report before anyone gets suspicious. After that, I'll be in touch.
Very well. Let's depart.
Excellent work. I'm not surprised that you did not find any weapons on Viranot. While the Romulan Republic has contacts with most of the colony worlds, we're not using them to fight a war. We're encouraging them to see the truth and join our cause. Nonetheless, you must continue to humor Charva to have any chance of winning her to our side. I doubt this will be the last you hear from her. Keep me apprised of developments.
Time is short.
Congratulations,
Centurion.
On the telly, I'm watching an old Star Trek program. The original series?
Greetings. Given what you've discovered at Chaltok and Viranot, we need to widen our investigation. Republic ships have gone missing, and we can't afford these sort of losses. We need you to look into this problem. Head to the Beta Quadrant. One of our ships went missing near the Mempa system, and we want you to find out what happened.
Yeah, on my television, I'm actually in Enterprise, going to work to Discovery, original series, TNG, DS9, and Voyager. So I'm going to have a long time to watch. Charles gave some new leads regarding Tovan's sister Rinna.
While I appreciate the personal nature of your attempt to find Rinna Kev, you need to focus on the big picture. Our fledgling republic needs to establish its legitimacy as a political body, fend off attacks and intrigue by the Tal Shiar and other external threats, and stabilize its claims on New Romulus. Right now, we need you to pursue this investigation. Our fleet is not particularly large, and we cannot afford to have any ships go missing. We need you to find out what's happening to them. Don't worry, this isn't the old empire where one person's welfare is put by the wayside for the good of the state. We'll keep looking for information about Rinna. The best thing you can do is help the Republic to survive, so we can devote more resources to missions of a more personal nature.
Yeah, Discovery is pretty good. And I don't know if they're going to make Season 3 or not. I kind of hope they do.
Time is short. What do you need of me?
Alright, while we head to the Mempa system, I will be right back. Okay, how much farther do we have to go to Lamempa? A little bit, so I'll just transwarp right there.
We've arrived at the source of the distress signal. Scanning the area now.
Any ships in the area? A Cardassian vessel is dead ahead, sir. It's surrounded by a field of subspace distortion. I'm reading a spike in the ship's Tetrion emissions. Any life signs? Scans at this range are inconclusive. Radiation is interfering with our sensors. Hypothesis on the cause of the distortion. I can't speak today.
The ship is badly damaged, but there's no clear relationship between the distortion and the ship. I ran a comparison to the anomalies we scanned previously in the Kittimer system. While they appear similar at first look, the spike in Tetrions is different from what we've seen before.
We need a closer scan.
Sir, there's no sign of a Republic vessel in the area. Whatever happened here is unfortunate, but I recommend we continue our search elsewhere. It may look suspicious if we linger.
We'll be cautious. Approach the ship. Full impulse just went
By
offline.
default, the R key will set either
Ship appears to have sustained damage, but not enough to disable primary functions or life support. There is one hull breach, but emergency force fields are in place. The ship appears to be deserted, but even at this range I can't be certain. There is significant interference from localized radiation. Can we access their computer remotely?
Cardassians use a recursive encryption algorithm to protect their data from unauthorized access. We'd have to be on their bridge to tap into their systems.
And that's what we'll do.
We have no idea what happened to this ship. We could be putting ourselves at risk for the sake of curiosity. I recommend we leave and continue our search elsewhere.
Republic ships may have suffered the same fate. We need to investigate.
It's your call, but if you're going over to that ship, then I'm coming with you.
Understood. Transport us to their bridge.
Interesting. No visible damage. Why would they abandon the ship? The bridge appears operational, but where's the crew?
We need to know what happened here. Scan for life signs and check the security logs.
No other life signs detected. We're alone.
Check recent log activity. They didn't vanish without a trace.
Here's something odd. There are no corpses on this ship.
According to the logs, they were attacked.
The ship description fits what we've seen of the Alachi. Several security logs were accessed recently. I think you're going to want to see this. This security recording is from 3 days ago.
It looked like a subspace rift.
Whatever it is, it explains why there aren't any corpses.
Are there any more recordings?
One more. Pulling it up now.
Were they able to identify their attackers? No.
Wait. That noise. Several ships are on approach and requesting status. Sir, they're Cardassian.
RW Terran, transport us back to the bridge immediately. Cardassians have scanned the derelict ship. They want to talk to you, sir. Put them on the main view screen.
You'll pay for your interference.
RW Terran, lower your shields and surrender. We carry an order of reprisal from Emperor Sela authorizing us to seize and detain Republic vessels. Considering your situation, I suggest you view this offer as a generous opportunity to save your crew. I will not surrender.
That is unfortunate. Your ship would be worth far more undamaged. This is your last chance. Feel free to use the escape pods if necessary.
Cardassian fool, no wonder the Dominion abandoned you.
2 more waves are approaching the system. Recommend a defensive posture with power to shields.
You can distribute more power to shields.
Three Hideki-class fighters. Should be able to take care of these guys quite easily. Oh, come on. Well, I'm not getting a server not responding notification. Had to restart the game. Yeah, it does. Sometimes it happens.
Target shield has failed.
True Way will avenge us!
Sir, I was monitoring messages during the battle and was able to isolate long-range transmission. The Cardassian battleship sent a message to a location in the Eta Eridani sector block. I've been unable to pinpoint the exact destination, but I'll continue monitoring the frequency and listen for further transmissions. Excellent thinking. Let me know if you hear anything.
The Cardassians were unaware of what had happened to their missing vessel. It appears the Alachi attacked them while they were hunting for our ships. Bad luck. We should destroy the derelict. Let the True Way think that the Republic defeated all of their patrols.
Agreed. Scuttle the ship.
Based on what you've learned, it seems that your next lead is in the Beta Quadrant. Head to the Donatu system and see if you can learn more about where our ships are going and who's taking them.
Understood.
According to new intel, Sela has started paying privateers to capture or destroy Romulan Republic ships. That would explain why these Cardassians are operating outside their normal territory. I suggest we track these True Way ships back to their base. If we're lucky, they'll lead us right to the missing Republic ships.
Let's go. Transwarp to Donatu 2. Sir, magnetic fields surrounding a large concentration of asteroids dead ahead. I've run a sweep for Republic transponders, but either the Cardassians removed it or there's too much interference from the sensors to get it locked. There's also a Cardassian satellite dead ahead that may be impeding our scans. Sinatra, what do we know of this system? Pew pew, you're dead. Yeah. Sinatra 2 is a Class J planetoid locked in orbit along with several hundred large asteroids. Because the planetoid has an iron core and is relatively close to the star, where significant magnetosphere trapping stellar wind plasma. Wow, that's a weird sentence. Resulting magnetic flux and numerous asteroids will prevent us from safely using full impulse once we enter the field. Dovan Kev, give me a tactical analysis. Cardassians are most likely using the magnetic fluctuations in this area to hide their privateer operations. Our sensors were able to pick out a nearby satellite and station located in an asteroid belt. I've marked the location of them both on our tactical map. Approach the satellite.
Recommend we stay cloaked as we approach the station, sir.
Engage cloaking device. In addition to magnetic interference, the Cardassians have mined the asteroid field dead ahead with defensive turrets. The satellite appears to be targeting array fire control for those turrets. We may be able to access programming, but there's a chance that if we do, we'll alert the Cardassians. Access the satellite. I successfully accessed the control layer within the satellite. Another crash. What the hell is all this crashing about, Cryptic? The satellite is sending commands to several defensive turrets. We may be able to insert a malicious command that will disable and neutralize many of the turrets. What is your command? Reprogram tactical recognition. Yeah, they just updated the server on the PC, so it's tend to have that stuff again. New programming routine has been added. All turrets in the area are susceptible, but we've softened the defenses between our ship and the Cardassian station.
If we avoid the magnetic flux energy, we should be able to remain cloaked as we approach the station.
All powered engines. Still unable to use full impulse. All powered weapons, now that we're clear. Decloak and fire at will. Okay, I just looked now, it's at 26. Yeah, fire at will, Commander, yeah, exactly. 26% and all of a sudden, boom. I couldn't get the cloaking device fast enough.
Target's shields have failed.
We've crippled the station defenses, but it's only a matter of time before they summon reinforcements. A Republic warbridge being held in the station's dock. Scans indicate at least some of the crew are being held in the station's brig. Station's command center is hailing us on screen.
Your brazen attack on this station is further proof that the Romulan Republic is nothing more than a terrorist cabal. We've contacted the legitimate Romulan government and alerted them to your presence. Any further acts of terror against this station or any Cardassian citizen will be met with deadly force.
Release the Republic ship and her crew.
Your ignorance of Cardassian history is insulting. We do not listen to demands. We give them.
Close the channel, give me a location on the Romulan crew. Crew's being held in the detention center on the station's outer ring. The area is shielded to prevent transport. We need to get the crew to her ship. Station operates several fusion reactors located at the base of the central core. If we configure our deflector to emit high amplitude electromagnetic waves, it will disrupt the inert lasers in their reactor, and the safety protocols will cause a temporary power shutdown. If we time it properly, the window of opportunity as the conditions switch to backup power will be able to transport the crew to their ship. Make the deflector modifications, Viral, and that's a lot of technobabble.
I assume we can thank you for our escape. Before you transported us, I overheard a guard saying that more True-Way ships were approaching. We need time to restore emergency power. Please provide cover until we are able to go to warp.
Warp to the flotilla as soon as you can, we'll cover you.
Ship is under attack.
Let's cloak. Kill him with fire. Come on, dawdle your way out, why don't you? About time. Republic Warbird has warped to safety, sir. We'll need to report to Commander Nadell and inform her of the Cardassian privateering operations in this sector. I recommend we leave the system before any additional Cardassian reinforcements arrive. I agree, let's get the hell out of here.
Excellent. I hope that your new starship has performed to your satisfaction. Now that we know about Seela's attempts to capture our ships, we'll order our commanders to exercise additional caution in territory near two-way space, or with other groups that might try their hand at privateering. I have received some new intelligence from our allies that may be of use to us. Expect to hear from me shortly.
Time is short. Congratulations, Centurion.
More duty officers. You're collecting stuff, what is it? Just getting new weaponry. I actually need to clean out my inventory here. Wrong button. I know you've been looking for Tova and sister, Rena. I've managed to find out some more information about her. She was captured in the Phoeban system. She's been questioned by Tal Shiar, and now they're moving her and other prisoners to a penal colony deep in Romulan space. They are using civilian transports lightly guarded by a few Romulan Star Empire ships. She'll be in a transport passing through the Kankuza system. If you don't go now, you'll never see her again. I'm risking my position in telling you this, Centurion. Don't make me regret my decision. How far away? Yeah, let's transwarp.
We've located the and lightly guarded? Oh. They have We've located the transports that are carrying the prisoners. And Charva's intel isn't exactly accurate. She told us they were going to be Tal Shiar ships, but they're Cardassian. Do you think they could be disguised?
What tier am I using? I believe it's tier 2. Yeah, I think it's tier 2 or tier 3. This character is only level 18.
And lightly guarded? They have combat-ready escorts. We'll need to defeat the escorts and disable the transport vessels. Then we can board and start looking for my sister. I still think she could be on board, even though the escorts are Cardassian ships instead of Tal Shiar.
Hopefully in this stream I can pick up the next tier.
Reinforcements inbound!
Great, a Kelvin class.
Rear shields failing.
Oh, just dodge that torpedo. down my shields. I swear, you're like the Borg.
That's the last of them. An away team is waiting in the transporter room. We can board the first transport as soon as you're ready.
Let's do it. There's something blocking our scanners, which would be standard operating procedure for a vessel carrying prisoners. We need to search the ship and then head to the bridge.
There are faint life signs up ahead. One of them could be Rena. Let's check our fire.
Full of small arms and explosives. It's not configured like a transport ship, like I knew it wouldn't be. This document appears to be stolen. It describes two-way troop movements in the sector.
Perhaps the Tal Shiar knew the Cardassians took this convoy and sent us here to fight them. No matter who survived, us or the True Way, either way the Tal Shiar wins.
That makes sense. That's how the Tal Shiar operate.
The Tal Shiar led us into a trap. Again. I'm tired of being lied to. Being tricked. The self-destruct on this ship is still active. Let's set it before we beam over to the next one and look for Rena there. All we should leave behind is a cloud of debris, and then the Tal Shiar and the True Way will know the cost of crossing the Romulan Republic.
Agreed. Your ship is to be part of the convoy being sent to Picana sector block. The orders are to ambush any Romulan ships that you can overwhelm easily and require the cloaking technology.
There isn't any data on prisoners here. It's just cargo and soldiers. I don't understand why Charva would send us here. Was she trying to get us killed?
Don't worry, we'll find Rena. We just need to figure all this out. Self-destruct sequence has been disabled. We need to manually overload the warp core. I think we can do that.
I can't believe Charva would lie about Rena being on one of these ships. We used to be so close.
Don't worry, Tobin. She'll be dealt with. Surprise. Surprise, motherfucker. Yeah, exactly. Sir, detecting an energy buildup ahead of us and what appears to be another cargo hold. Recommend we investigate before we head to the bridge. Grenade out. Be careful what you shoot at. Most things in here don't react too well to weapons fire. Direct quote from The Hunt for Red October. Hey, Rhode Island. Remember, most things in here don't react too well to bullets. Right. Yeah, like me. I don't react well to bullets. Where the hell's my crew? A legate, huh? This can be tough. Okay, maybe not. It's a trap. The ship is rigged to self-destruct, initiating emergency transport.
More escort ships inbound on an attack vector.
Two Hideki and a Keldon. Wonderful. It really tears down my shields.
I provided the convoy's coordinates as a gesture of good faith. I remember how close Tovan was to his sister. Rinna was my friend too. Although she's committed crimes against the Romulan Star Empire, I'm willing to give her and you another chance.
How could you lie to us again? Lead us into another trap? And you use Rinna to do it! That's low, even for the Tal Shiar. She wasn't on those transports. It was all a setup, a deception intended to get us killed, and I'm not falling for it again. Give me a reason, any reason to believe the woman I cared about is still in you, that you can still be saved.
The Tal Shiar moves prisoners all the time. Sometimes it's for security reasons, or because Colonel Hakib wants to handle an interrogation personally. Maybe Rinna has already been sent someplace else. I'll check my contacts and see what I can find. I'm trying to help. You can't deny that. Maybe now you'll see that all Tal Shiar aren't the monsters that Datan and his group make us out to be.
No, you're wrong. You are a monster. We should report back to Sub-Commander Nadell. We need to put the word out that the convoy was successfully destroyed, but that Rinna is still missing. We need... And as to what game Sharva is playing, it'll take more time to understand. When I'm ready to get out of here, we can leave the system whenever you're ready. I think I'm ready.
We've put word out that Toban's sister is still missing. I'll let you know if we hear anything. Keep talking to Charba. It's clear now she's playing some sort of game, but we can get ahead of this if you and Tovan keep her distracted. Anything that will give us an upper hand with the Tal Shiar will help our cause.
Well, what do I need on my ship? Well, let's get some plasma cannons.
Time is short. Congratulations, Centurion.
let's go to the next mission.
If you want proof, then I'll provide it. I'm transmitting several classified Tal Shiar files to your ship now. Read through them, analyze them yourself, and then you'll see the truth. Ditan and his kind are terrorists and a threat to the survival of the Romulan people. After that, I hope you'll reconsider your options. The Tal Shiar are trying to help the Romulan people, and you should be fighting for us. We've been fighting for you all this time.
Yeah, my God, you are so deluded, woman. You're at level 19, one more to go. Yep. Right after this mission. Okay. Well, this door must be where my ready room is. Yes, it is. God, I'm just going on this by what I can remember from a long time ago. Okay, that's what I thought it was.
Captain, we're getting two different stories here. One from Charva, and one from these documents. Analysis of the files shows that either Charva is trying deliberately to mislead us, or that she's being misled herself. Since she seems to firmly believe what she's telling us, I'm not completely comfortable disregarding her information out of hand. I recommend that we speak to Commander Tal Mera on Drozana Station. She has contacts in the intelligence community that we don't. She should be able to either confirm or deny our findings.
Okay. That's transwarp to Drozana Station. Now we're going to get the annoying Ferengi.
Welcome to Josana!
Ready to get lucky?
Was there something you needed?
Can I get your opinion on some Tal Shiar files?
Tal Shiar files? I'm sure there's a good story behind how you came into possession of these. Let's see what you have.
Here are the files. What do you think?
What sort of information do you need? Personally, I'd regard anything given to you by a Tal Shiar operative with suspicion. They are masters of misinformation and misdirection.
Need to fact-check these documents. Some of the information in them doesn't seem to line up.
We can do that. Show me what you have and what parts of them are troubling you. I've seen some interesting works of fiction, but nothing that compares to this. Deton and Lortrix working together? On a Riemann mining colony? I don't think so. Can you see Deton in a dilithium mine? And Lortrix was storing weapons for Deton? Why? There have to be better places we can stash supplies than in an enemy colony. And this section about Deton working with Klingons to target colonies for terrorist attacks is ridiculous. Neither Deton or the Empire would do such a thing. The Klingons may be warlike, but they won't engage a civilian target without a reason. I'm detecting that sections of the file have been altered. That's probably why it reads like a bad spy story.
It didn't make sense to me either.
According to my records, Deton was in contact with the Klingon Empire, but he was talking to them about which colonies needed agricultural aid. And there were weapons on Chaltok, as you well know. But not only were they making weapons for the Hirogen, they were targeting Romulan militia targets, including the flotilla. Now, I didn't realize that Lortrix and Deton knew each other, but apparently they do. They interacted once during negotiations during a workers' strike at a Riemann mining facility. It's funny how people from such different worlds and outlooks can interact.
What do you make of all these changes?
I think the Tal Shiar are conducting quite an effective smear campaign against Deton and our movement. It's our responsibility to see through their deceptions.
Can I show you another file?
We can do that. Show me what you have and what parts of them are troubling you. I'm detecting several abnormalities in this file. It looks like portions of it have been altered. We should corroborate these reports in order to determine which facts are actually true and which are Tal Shiar fabrications.
I don't know what to believe.
Here's what we know and can confirm from our files. Deton did smuggle crates to Viranot before the attack on your colony, but they were carrying ship parts, not weapons. And he did more to help the colony without drawing excess attention. It was our group that helped your people get the water reclamation equipment they needed to support a healthy population. And yes, we spent a great deal of time and money gathering information about both the Federation and the Klingon Empire. But we're not planning an attack. Why would we? Instead, we're gathering all the intel we can about the political climates of both factions.
What do you make of all these changes?
I'm not saying that Deton is a complete innocent. None of us are. The political information could be used to sway decisions in our favor. The ship part and water reclamation equipment were smuggled illegally. But you have to look at the intent behind Deton's actions.
Round and round it goes.
He's trying to help people, not tear them down.
Can I show you another file?
We can do that. Show me what you... I didn't realize that the Tal Shiar had transferred prisoners to the Kinkuthanza system penal colony. Probably because there isn't a penal colony in the Kinkuthanza system. That's not the only discrepancy I'm detecting in this file. There's distinct signs of tampering. We need to figure out what they altered, and why.
I saw discrepancies as well.
Here's what I know. Most Tal Shiar prisoners fall off the grid completely. We don't know where they're taken, or what's being done to them, and that troubles Deton a great deal. We have, however, heard of a Tal Shiar facility called Installation 18 that appears to be a holding facility. Some prisoners would likely be taken there. As far as I know, Your friend's sister has never been in the Theban system, much less been captured there. We did lose a militia ship there a few weeks ago, and one of my agents, Sub-Commander Avron, is still in Tal Shiar custody. Avron was trying to steal supplies from a Tal Shiar convoy when he was captured. It was risky, but they had critical supplies we couldn't get any other way.
What do you make of all these changes?
Did Datan know about the plan to attack a Tal Shiar convoy? Yes. Does that make us criminals and terrorists? That's something you're going to have to decide for yourself. We can do that.
What do you make of all
We're
this?
fighting for our independence and the future of the Romulan race. We're short on supplies and allies and beset by enemies that see nothing wrong with murder, torture, and kidnapping.
Those ships.
And they call us the terrorists. We've had to make some difficult decisions. Some of them have led us down roads that none of us wanted to take. But nothing we've done is anything as terrible as what the Tal Shiar is accusing Datan of doing. There are no innocents in a war, and that includes Datan. At least his motivations are clear. And I can't see what the Tal Shiar has to gain by framing him for these crimes.
Thank you for your help.
Captain, Jarva's convinced that these files are genuine. She wouldn't be pushing us this hard otherwise. We need to sit down and show her the discrepancies we've discovered, preferably in front of a Tal Shiar computer, so we can open her eyes to the truth. If we contact her and say we're ready to join the Tal Shiar, but we need to discuss these files first, maybe she'll take us somewhere where we can prove to her that she's been lied to. There's a subspace communications hub in the lounge on Drozana Station's observation level that we can use to contact Jarva.
Understood.
I wasn't expecting to hear from you so soon. Are you ready to join the Tal Shiar?
I'm ready to join you in the Tal Shiar. Psych.
I take it that everything I provided checked out to your satisfaction?
Mostly, but I wanted to go over the data you sent. I need assurances that it is genuine.
That's a fair request. The Tal Shiar maintains a clandestine network of satellites throughout the quadrant. There's a listening post that's part of this network in the Aja system. It's near your current position and off the trade routes, so we should be able to meet privately. It's also connected to the rest of the Tal Shiar network, so we can go over the data in detail.
Watch the wheel.
I'm glad you've seen the light. You're joining the right side.
I'll see you there. Captain, before we leave Drozana Station, we should consult Commander Talmera. She might have more information on the system. That sounds like a reasonable request.
Was there something you needed?
Do you know anything about the Athusa system?
It's remote and has little strategic value. If you're planning some shore leave after this is over, I'd suggest you go to Ryza instead.
So the system?
I can tell you, you're probably flying into a trap. The Tal Shiar invests a great deal of time and effort to spin a web of lies. They don't look favorably on people who try to expose them for what they are. If you're going to go, at least take some backup.
Can you contact Starfleet and organize that for me?
That won't be too difficult. You've made a lot of friends. Send out a subspace burst if you need some assistance in the Aza system. They'll be waiting for your signal.
If you run into any roadblocks, talk to Captain Harbson. He's proven himself to be a worthwhile ally. All right. Space the final frontier. Yeah. Space the final frontier of load screens.
Captain, we're detecting another ship in the system. It's Charva's ship, the IRW Aethra. They're signaling to us that Charva has already beamed over to the listening post, and that you and I should join her. But they say only us. We can't take a full away team.
That's okay, Tovin. I think 2 tactical people can handle it.
I hope we're able to make Charva see reason. She doesn't seem willing to accept that Tal Shiar is at the root of many of the problems of the Romulan people. It's not going to be easy to convince her.
I am so glad to hear that you are considering my offer of joining the Tal Shiar. They offer safety and stability to all Romulans. You will not regret your decision.
Tovin and I would like to work more closely with you, but first I need to go over some of this data with you.
I cannot blame you for wanting to do your due diligence. Seeing as you are about to join our ranks, I do not think the Tal Shiar would mind if we took a look at some of the intelligence files used to generate the reports I gave you. Just do not tell any of my superiors that we did this. You do not have clearance yet.
Of course not.
This cannot be right.
What can't be right?
It appears as if some of the information that was included in the report I gave you does not line up with what is here. Several of the facts have been changed either here or in the report, and the results skew any conclusions that could be drawn.
We should check another file.
But I thought...
What's wrong?
These recordings don't line up with the report either. What's going on here? Who could have tampered with this evidence?
We still have one more file to check.
Has this file been tampered with?
What do you mean?
This is the same story as the others. This evidence doesn't match the report I shared with you. You knew about this, didn't you? That's why you had me look at these files. Did you alter this data to make me look bad? Are you trying to sabotage my career with the Tal Shiar?
I promise you I did not change anything.
We were sent here by Commander Morris to take you into custody. You are accused of undermining the Romulan Empire and crimes unbefitting of a Romulan. Tovan Kev, you are accused of aiding a known fugitive and conspiring against the Tal Shiar. Charva, you are relieved of command of your ship, pending the outcome of a court-martial. If you're lucky. That's all that will happen to you for betraying the Tal Shiar.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
We need to get out of here and return to our ship before the Tal Shiar send any more troops down here. Charva, you should come with us. You won't be safe with the Tal Shiar.
3 to beam up. Not even giving her a choice.
I've been informed by my Tal Shiar superiors that you and Charva are now to be considered enemies of the state. My orders are to apprehend you, alive if possible, but dead will work almost as well. Surrender, and I will be merciful to your crew. Resist, and let their deaths be on your head.
You need more than just one ship to take me down.
If you insist, how about a fleet of Tal Shiar warships? Will that convince you to surrender? Think of your crew. Spare them the pain and suffering this meaningless gesture will cause.
You don't think I'd show up here alone, did you? Captain, our friends from Starfleet have checked in. They'll decloak at your signal. Send the subspace burst. Ships, fire at will.
Sub-Commander Nadell is commanding the RRW Daehu. She has requested we transport Charva aboard so she can be taken to the proper authorities.
Understood.
Welcome aboard. Is this the Tal Shiar prisoner?
Yes, this is Charva. I assume you want to confine
This
in the
way,
brig.
please. I'll leave you to it.
I'm sorry I had to come to this, Charva. I hope you can see now that Tal Shiar isn't what they thought you were.
No, they're doing what they can for our people. I was the one who failed to live up to their expectations. And you were the one who steered me wrong, just like Datan has done to you.
I'm sorry you felt that way. It's time to go, Tovin.
Captain, Charva was a close friend, and we couldn't even convince her of our cause. We need to find something substantial to expose the Tal Shiar.
I'm afraid you might be right.
Charva's alive, but I expect she's going to face a lot of questions from intelligence. But if we couldn't change her mind, what'll it take to convince the Romulan people? How do we gather the proof we need? For now, we've done all we can. I recommend we leave the system before any Tal Shiar reinforcements arrive.
Sounds like a good idea. And hopefully I can get my new ship. You're watching DS9 now? Damn.
You've done commendable work exposing the duplicitous nature of the Tal Shiar, but there is still more work to be done in order to actually discover what they've been up to. It's a shame that Charva is resisting our efforts to turn her to our cause. Perhaps with enough time, she'll see the Tal Shar for the traitors to the Romulan people that they really are. In any event, you are proving to be a formidable addition to this fleet.
Thank you.
Time is short.
Congratulations, Sub-Commander.
Being held by Admiral Carrick.
Congratulations. You've proven yourself to be invaluable to the Republic Navy and earned the respect of your fellow officers. Return to New Romulus. I would like to formally recognize your contributions to the Republic.
Helm, plot a course for New Romulus, maximum warp. Oh, what's that email about? Oh, just telling me that the summer event is active, which I'll be doing once we finish the stream. Okay, anything I want to put on this ship? Let's sell the rest of this stuff.
It looks like you're about to be moving up in the galaxy. Based on your new familiarity with Tal Shar operatives and their less than savory techniques, I passed your personnel file off to Republic Intelligence. I believe you've already met Commander Talmera. She'll be handling your work with them. Intelligence is very interested in your recent encounter with Charva. They think you're ready for some more clandestine assignments.
Time is short. What do you need of me?
Alright, let's head back to Drozana Station. And this will be the last mission of the stream.
Welcome to Drozana.
Was there something you needed?
I was ordered to report here by Sub-Commander Nadell.
I've been reviewing your personnel files. You've had quite the interesting career, haven't you?
I see.
Tell me about the time you've spent with Charva, and what you learned about the Tal Shiar.
The Tal Shiar are manipulative and deceitful. They even lie to their own operatives.
If you're willing, we can use the information you learned from Charva, as well as intel we've gathered in other operations, to help you infiltrate the Tal Shiar. You'd learn their secrets from the inside.
I can do it.
I've been informed through some covert channels that someone wants to talk to you. Next to the Dabo table, you will find a Ferengi looking around nervously. Approach him and say, "Think this wheel is rigged?" If he responds with, "Only if it still has factory settings," you'll know you've found the right person. Good luck, and let me know if I can help.
Will do.
Can't you see I'm busy losing all my latinum?
Think this wheel is rigged?
Only if it still has factory settings. There is a package for you. Look behind the plants near the bar in the back of this room.
Thank you.
Well, what are you waiting for? Go get it!
Wow, you're rude. When you get my profile in PS4, friends, it's different time zone. Yeah, I know you're 6 hours ahead of me. What time is it where I'm at? It is 2:10 in the afternoon.
I am Franklin Drake, and I represent an organization with goals in line with yours. You have proven yourself useful so far, but there is so much more you can do. If you speak with my associate in the lounge area of Drozana Station, you will be patched directly through to me. Do not keep me waiting.
Scotland is 5 hours? I thought it was 6.
Place this device in your ear and act as though you're speaking with me. Patching you through to Drake now.
We've been working on getting someone inside the Tal Shiar. Before we start filling you in on our plans, tell me why you want to do this.
For the good of the Romulan Republic.
I've heard you were in Veronat. Nasty business. Easy to build a vendetta from something like that. A person in your situation might have some pent-up rage. Emotions that could overwhelm you in a critical moment. I don't have time to waste on someone with a grudge.
As terrible as Veronat was, it's simply the most recent example of Tal Shiar's crimes. I want to expose those crimes to the entire galaxy.
Good enough. This information may prove useful to the Romulan Republic. I'm willing to pass it along in the hope of having the favor repaid in the future. We'll be ready to act when you are.
Hey, Batman, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
The information is valid, and our allies seem eager to assist. Still, I worry about what type of favor they will ask of us in the future. Nevertheless, we're going to use this opportunity to try to insert you into the Tal Shiar. You'll pose as someone who wants to join them, gain their trust, and then use that to infiltrate their operations. To help sell your story, our allies in Starfleet have agreed to launch a staged attack on
Yeah,
a
it's
known
pretty hot up
Tal Shiar
here
base.
as well.
You'll use this attack to get inside their organization. Take these patterns for replicating Tal Shiar uniforms. You might want to dress the part.
Alan, do you have a tank as your profile picture?
Was there something you needed?
Okay, adding you as a friend now. I forgot I can do this from my phone. I'm not going to create a new outfit.
You've proven that you're willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. That is an important quality in someone that is about to sneak into the very heart of the Tal Shiar disguised as one of their own. I have sensitive information that is not safe to transmit
Yep,
over
I see that, Alan.
subspace. Please rendezvous with me on Drozana Station in the Beta Quadrant. Was there something you needed?
My AC's been on for the past few days. Wrong table. That's better.
Was there something you needed?
Enemy action briefing.
You've proven yourself to be capable in a difficult situation, and that's not praise I give lightly. The business with Charva was a bit messy, but
Oh yeah, I forgot
you
about
caught
that.
in her lies. That shows you have a clear head. If you're ready, we can launch our operation to infiltrate the Tal Shiar and bring back its secrets. You've already caught the attention of people in the Tal Shiar. Now we need to convince them that you're ready to switch sides. In their minds, you're already a traitor. It won't be hard for them to believe that you're ready to betray Deton as well.
What do you need me to do?
Take this isolinear chip. It has your new identity, background, and credentials. It also outlines our plan for this first operation and includes the plans for some special tools you may need. In short, you're going to warn the Tal Shiar base in the Unroth system of a pending Federation attack and assist them in fighting off the Force. In the confusion, you'll have an opportunity to plant some of the data packets on the chip in the Tal Shiar network. The information on them will help sell your story. Good luck.
Do you have a picture of a truck, Alan? Oh, I see you now. 50 videos. Yeah, I understand, Batman. You are followed, Alan. Actually going to be leaving at the end of this mission here. After getting kind of hungry. Nice, Alan. So have I. Sub-Commander, we need to convince Tal Shiar that you're a deep undercover agent ready to return. Fortunately, there are several options to do this. By flying near the relay stations, we should be able to jam them from getting accurate information about the invasion. We can also plant falsified data on their sensor platforms, helping to substantiate our fake invasion. We need to set up several unmanned decoy ships that you can destroy in order to demonstrate that we're on their side. Finally, you can drive off attack fleet by attacking our forces. Don't worry, they have instructions to feign defeat and warp out before being destroyed. Yes, it does. I kind of wish I was doing this on my Xbox where I have more ships, more C-Store ships. But I have to make do what I have. It is the Mogai Heavy Warbird.
This system is under the control of the Romulan Star Empire. Leave immediately or we will open fire. This
Access
is your
code.
only warning.
Access code Gamma 4 0 Zulu.
Who is this? How do you have that access code?
There's no time for questions. An invasion fleet is on its way.
Nonsense. We haven't had any indication of an enemy fleet in this sector. Sensors are completely clear of any intruders. Except you.
They're moments away. Get ready. Okay, that ship was not supposed to be destroyed. War as hell. Sucks when you're hitting less than what you're getting hit. Yeah. No, that's nowhere near the Enterprise.
Integrity below 75%.
I think it was the Geneva-class carrier.
we're doubly fortunate.
Doubly?
Indeed. We were able to acquire some of the attackers from the Starfleet ships. They are being held in our brig. I'm sure the interrogation will be fruitful.
I will assist in the interrogation. Captain Telshar, have transmitted coordinates to the lead vessel's brig, and I want you to beam directly there. Alright, let's go free our friends.
Weapons have been specially modified for this mission. When fired, they'll emit a tight band transporter beam along with a holographic effect that'll make it appear your target has been disintegrated. If you can arrange a situation where you'll shoot a hostage, that person will be transported to our sickbay. These are your only weapons, and if the Tal Shiar get a chance to examine them, they will see through the ruse. Also, a distraction or two could be very helpful. Drake's provided a few things that could work. Keep your eye out for places where you can use them.
Understood. And hell yeah is correct.
Don't shoot. I'm Sub-Commander Kimmich, and I'm your ally. I believe in Deton's movement, and I wish to help in whatever way I can. Now I work inside the Tal Shiar, in concert with Starfleet, and a most unusual group of intelligence officers. I can buy you some time in the Security Sub-Commander's office, and give you a code that will erase all trace of anything you access in the computer system. Perhaps you can find a way to help the prisoner escape. You must hurry. I've seen what happens to those left to the tender mercies of the Tal Shiar. The Security Sub-Commander's office is just down the hall and to the right.
Thank you. According to the computer, subject 47 is Lieutenant Jane Frederick. She's already been taken into the interrogation room. We'll need to get in there and see if there's a chance of getting her out without further harm.
I tried to stall the Security Sub-Commander, but he's on his way to his office. Get out of there now.
Prisoner's being prepped for interrogation.
The cover identity you were provided outranks the Security Sub-Commander. If you claim the right to interrogate the prisoner alone, he will back down. Few stand up to the Tal Shiar and live. A successful ruse might save you, and the prisoner. Hurry and alter the surveillance system feed. I'll go to the holodeck, link into the internal sensors from there, and create an alternative view of what is going on inside the interrogation room.
Understood.
What are you doing in here? This is a restricted area.
A child could have breached your security protocol.
How dare you? Who are you?
I am your superior officer.
Superior? I will not stand for insults in my own office from suspicious officers. Commander Janek will...
I am the agent who just saved your life, Sub-Commander. Commander Janek invited me on this ship.
Your commander? Yes. Of course, Commander Janek knows that you're here.
That much is obvious. Has the prisoner said anything useful?
The prisoner is a human lieutenant from the USS Deneva. She has been most uncooperative. but a single human female is nothing compared to my security team.
I will assume responsibility for interrogating the prisoner.
You want to interrogate the human?
Are you hard of hearing or merely incompetent?
The attack by the Federation did result in some damage to the ship. Perhaps I am suffering some temporary hearing loss. I will be certain to check in with sickbay. In the meantime, how might I assist?
Very well. I will interrogate the prisoner. See, I am not disturbed.
Understood, sir. The prisoner has been secured in Interrogation Room 1. It is down the hall and to your right. My officers will be close at hand, should you need further assistance.
See to it. Oh, missed the door.
Lieutenant Jane Frederick, Starfleet ID number 24601.
I'm not with the Tal Shiar.
Lieutenant Jane Frederick, Starfleet ID number 24601. I don't have anything else to say to you.
Intelligence sent me. No one was supposed to be captured.
That's exactly what the Tal Shiar would say.
I have disabled the surveillance video. I have disabled the surveillance feed. Code Alpha Bravo 9.
That's a legitimate code. You're one of Daton's followers? It's possible the Tal Shiar could have cracked our codes, but supposing I believe you, what then?
Here's my plan.
So you're going to pretend to interrogate me, and we need to sell the Tal Shiar on the story. Once we've done that, you'll detonate a charge and I'll make a run for it. And then you'll shoot me with a concealed transporter beam. I'll give you credit, the Tal Shiar won't be expecting this.
Right, we don't have much time. Begin fake interrogation. Loosen restraints. Yell questions. Monster. Threaten prisoner. Loosen restraints.
I think that'll do it. Any more and they might become suspicious. What's next?
I'll set off the explosive. Get ready to run.
I'll be ready. Just make sure you're the one who shoots me. I'd rather not die today.
Ready in 3, 2, 1. Those trains were not secured properly. Must I do everything myself?
She looked like the type to make a run for it. I should have warned you, sir. I'm sorry you had to take personal action. I'll remind my teams to be more alert next time. But did you get any useful information before she died?
No. What was that explosion, Sub-Commander?
It looks like we took some additional damage in the fight with the Federation. I assure you my people have full control of the situation. The other prisoner will have no opportunity to escape, sir.
See that they don't. Dismissed.
The Starfleet officer should be safe, but we have another problem. Janek captured the captain of the USS Nor, and she will go to great lengths to learn all that a Starfleet captain knows.
How unfortunate. It would have been preferable if you had not killed the prisoner, but I understand that you didn't have a choice. As you said, she was attempting to escape. All is not lost. I will get the information you failed to collect from Captain Sovin.
I see. What does Captain Sovin have to say? I have nothing to say to you or other agents of the Tal Shiar. As you wish, Vulcan. Nod to Sovin. Sovin gives you the barest hint of a nod in return. How else may I help the Tal Shiar?
The Tal Shiar thanks you for your assistance. But I have everything under control now.
Set off EPS conduit explosion.
What? Computer! Activate stasis field!
Stasis field activated!
We took some damage in the attack. Nothing that can't be repaired. Thank you for your assistance. You will be contacted when the Tal Shiar has need of your skills again. Dismissed.
Yes, Commander.
I'll do what I can for Captain Sovin. Maybe I can find a way to get him back to the Federation. But you must leave now, or Janek will be suspicious. She's not easy to fool.
Beam us up. Or me up.
I know you're taking a great risk in contacting me, but I wanted to congratulate you on a job well done. Drake reports that the Federation forces were successful in their ruse, and the fact that you're still alive to hear this transmission is a good sign that the Tal Shiar have accepted you. Commander Janek should be contacting you soon. Our intel indicates that she has been assigned as your Tal Shiar handler. Do what she asks. We will work on extracting the captain. However, once someone is in the Tal Shiar's clutches, getting them out again is easier said than done.
Congratulations, Sub-Commander.
Alright, that is the end of the stream. Everybody have a great evening, and I'll talk to you again soon. Enjoy the rest of your night.